The turn is a 10. So now I've got the nuts in a huge, potentially huge pot. He tanks for a very long time. He does find the raise. He raises it up to 320,000. And then he jams all in for my remaining 400K. What up, guys? I'm reporting on a hand that was a $1.5 million pot for the Cash Game Invitational for the Triton series with some of the best poker players in the world. In this hand, we were playing the stakes of 1K, 2K, 4K. I was the straddle with 4K playing $700,000 plus deep. Tan Xuan, 1.7 million, and Paul Fa, who raised first in 450K. He raised and Tan called, and then I overcalled in the straddle with King Queen offsuit. So I was the last person to call. Flop isn't too spectacular for me. I need a gut shot to make this interesting. And checks to Tan. Paul does not bet. Tan decides to make a stab, and I call. I've got a gut shot. Paul folds. Going to move on to the turn. Let's see what happens. The turn is a 10. So now I've got the nuts in a huge, potentially huge pot. It's already huge by anyone's standards. $72,000 in the middle. I check to Tan, and then he bets, pretty small. He bets half pot, 35,000. The only way to get some money into this pot is to bump it up, unless he's going to go for a big overbet on the river, but that's not extremely likely. So I decided to raise it up in case he's got ace jack, ace 10, ace queen doesn't want to fold, any of these kinds of hands, or draw. And he tanks. I've made it 125,000. Pretty decent size raise, about almost 3/4 pot, I think. And we'll see what he does. He tanks for a very long time, and he does find the raise. He raises it up to 320,000. Wow, okay. That's pretty wild. And now he's basically saying he's got king queen. With how many combinations of king queen that I have, I can have 16 here. He has to have king queen to re-raise here, or some kind of bluff. And he can't really have a set, basically, because he'd be overplaying his hand. But anyway, if he's got king queen or nothing, I got king queen, so I'm just going to call. I'm just going to try to let him bluff in this case. That's the only way I get any money, right? So I checked to him on the river. It's not a whole lot to think about for me. But this is a great situation to be in, with 700,000 plus in the middle, and then he jams all in for my remaining 400K with 9-8 offsuit. I guess trying to get me off a draw. I could have had a draw on the turn. 5-4 suited, 5-2 suited, king X suited. He would have got me off those for sure. But I ended up having king queen offsuit instead. Bluff's very bold, especially considering how many king queens I can really have, and I have at least 12 of them. I possibly 3-bet king queen suited sometimes. So he has to hope that I don't have them that much, and that I'm gonna have a bunch of other things that are gonna fold. It's, if you think about it combinatorically, there's a lot of things that are, a lot of hands that, combos anyway, that are going to call, but there aren't really that many draws unless I have a lot of king X suited. So he has to hope I've got those plus like sets in order for his bluff to make much sense. But anyway, yeah, that's what I recommend for you guys, to have king queen as the nuts in huge pots. And let me review that. Let me say something else. It's pretty easy for me to play that perfectly. All I had to do was call and not overplay my hand too much. I recommend making the nuts in big pots, especially if there's $700,000 or more. Yeah, it tends to be hard to misplay those. Good luck with that, and yep, see you guys later.